Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards, actually wrong deck, with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So with that said, let's get into your week ahead. You have the Wheel of Fortune permeating your entire week as your key to the week. The Wheel of Fortune is luck, success, abundance. It's those moments of synchronicity that just show up for you. Now remember, the Wheel of Fortune represents the wheel of life, right? Sometimes you're at the top, sometimes you're at the bottom, and on and on and on the spiral dance goes. You're never always going to be up, you're never always going to be down. That is just the way that it works. Whenever this card shows up for you, it kind of speaks to the luck and the synchronicities that are shaping up around you. But more importantly, it talks about what is coming to fruition now for you in response to the work or the effort that you've already put in. Whenever I see this card for people, it always kind of gives me a nod. It's almost like it's saying, you know what, these are going to be the results of the things that they've put into motion. So let's have a look, see at what some of your personal results are likely to be, your actions and options. You have the Nine of Wands. So this week, it does look like you are speaking your truth. This could be about a situation that's in your life. This could be personal, it could be professional, it could be platonic, but it does look like you are speaking your truth. You're speaking up this week. Your actions and your options is about what you do, right? And because you've got this infused with the Wheel of Fortune, this is giving you an opportunity to talk about how you feel about something. And this is going to see you getting really candid this week. You can speak openly, you can speak your mind. You're not going to feel like censoring yourself. You're not going to feel like holding back. You're just going to say exactly what you think and exactly what you feel. And it does look like a part of you is revealing some sort of vulnerability. It does look like this week you're kind of saying, look, you know what, this situation has made me feel like this, and actually that kind of, you know, maybe not saying the words like you know, this kind of hurts, but you are definitely demonstrating a softer, more vulnerable side to yourself and being really honest and open about that, which is a gorgeous energy. It really is, because even though it's the Nine of Wands, so not necessarily a great card, because this is what you're choosing to do. This is about you choosing to be honest and just show up exactly as you are. You know, the Beverly, I think it's Beverly Knight song, come as you are, come as you are. Then you've got the Star card in your communications and conversations. Beautiful, right? What this is bringing into fruition for you from the Wheel of Fortune is this idea of connecting not only to your people, but really having a glimpse into your future. I see that Capricorns are working behind the scenes at the moment on creating a business, or maybe creating some sort of idea to create either a second revenue stream, or at least maybe I was going to say second business or job, but at least something that is going to separate you, or not separate you, but something that's going to set you apart from, you know, being locked into that whole idea of a job. Now, because it is your communications and conversations, this is a lot of you also making plans for when your lockdown ends, wherever it is that you are in the world. It's going to be different for everybody. I'm seeing you making a lot of plans to travel here, and some of you, it looks like you're making plans to travel a long distance. Now remember, your Star card is a glimpse into the future, right? It's where as Nico says, you get a little bit now but a whole lot of it later. It's kind of like a preview. And this is in your communications and conversations. So this week you could be really aligning with people that are going to, you know, not only facilitate your growth, but also people that are on your wavelength. There are new people coming into your life. And a lot of these connections that are being forged online, or in terms of business or in terms of work, they can be really beneficial for you going forward. There's a lot of actually laughs and joy here. And I think a lot of it comes from this fact that this week you're kind of saying to yourself, do you know what, I'm done with the facades. This is where I'm at, this is who I am. You either love it or you loathe it, take it or leave it, but either way I really don't give a fuck. I love it, that's perfect energy, I'm good with that. For your money and materials, you have the Two of Swords. So yeah, you're definitely gaining some sort of information here about what is possible in terms of your finances. It does look like a lot of you are gearing up to make some sort of a big move. Now, it is the Two of Swords, so it suggests that this is probably not going to come to fruition until at least, what are we now? May, June, July. So let's say until like at least sort of the middle to end of July. But whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're creating, it looks like it's built for long-term success, right? Which is again a really nice energy. Your Two of Swords is also about trusting your gut. So because it falls underneath the Nine of Swords, my advice is you will know when you have your moment to speak up. You will know when you have your moment. When it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money, it may be that you are making a decision that is at odds with some people, or some people's idea of what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing with your resources. That's nothing to do with them, you know. That's my advice to you. For your love and romance, you have the Hermit card. So for those of you that are partnered, it looks like well into the rest of this week, you guys are still keeping yourself separate. It does look like there is a lot going on underneath the surface, though. Not necessarily anything bad. It just feels like a lot of you are kind of, you are making plans for the future, but some of them I feel like are, you know, maybe taking you to places that you hadn't imagined that you would be going. For a lot of you, it does look like you might be making decisions to go in directions that you haven't really told anybody about as yet. For those of you that are single, the Wheel of Fortune, if I'm honest, it doesn't look like a week where you are really connecting with anybody. It does feel like you're kind of more focused inward. You're more sort of focused on the internal stuff than anything else. With the Star card in close proximity, it could be that you are, maybe the people that you are talking to, or the pool of potential that you could be sort of diving into, is very likely to have something to do with property, agriculture, and it's very likely to be online. This isn't some, you know, it's not going to be people that you connect with in person as yet. So that is your week in a nutshell. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.